Hello! I made it! Hello, hello, good morning, my friends. We are here, we are live at 10 a.m. It never fails. I decide to change the time a little bit early, which I say to myself, self, you get up every day, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever, and it never fails that if I try to go a little earlier, I lays around in bed till 9 o'clock. So, but we made it. We're here, and we are going to have a good time, I hope. See if we can find some silver. We've kind of been on a little bit of a skunk. Hey, Hannah's in the house. A little bit of a skunk stream. Talking with Hannah, she may start joining us on the stream every now and then. That would be fun. Help with keeping up with chat and help me start kind of keeping things in tab. So that would be fun. Glad to have her on board at some point. But let me make that a little bigger. Got my coffee. I mean, this is like the second sip of coffee. I have to take a stomach medicine every morning to control my acid reflux. So I have to wait a little bit before I eat. Celebrity guest. There you go, Hannah. You'll be a star. You'll be a star, baby. All right. So we got some stuff to do here. Still got to do the 50 likes. Joe Cavey, you will be up first. I didn't change the donators. Did not change the donators. So, Joe, you will be up first. All right, on the boxes today, I'm going to run back through the chat over here and see who all is in the house here in just a second. They did not have my double stack. But looking through the holes on the bottom, these look to be good circulated. I agree, Shellbell. Look to be circulated pretty good, so we will be able to hunt them. But I was afraid, hey, William E., sometimes on these short weeks, you run into a little bit of problem getting boxes. So let's run the chat, see who all is here. I see Brian Jensen, Brown Sugar, Captain Vic, Chicken Man Dan, Chris Helms, Coin Silver, Dad Spare Change, Elizabeth Flood, Hannah Cargile, JC Like Pam, Jim Cantor, Joe Cavey, Kenneth Bird, Shellbell, the Bud Files, and my good friend William E. So that is the list, and we got stuff to do here. So let me get the likes done. So we got 50. $75 and 100. EOS and 2. So I hope everybody's doing well. Hey, B&K. Hope everybody's had a good week. These cups, I love these cups, and there's a certain kind of top that slides back and forth, and it seals pretty good. They were on the cup that Allison liked, and so I bought extra so that if one kind of got out of shape, I could replace it, and but they don't vent very good. So until you get down into the cup a little bit, you'll take a sip, and all of a sudden the vacuum will break, and it'll flood your mouth with hot coffee. Again, the EOSs are courtesy of our good friend Jim Thompson, and I appreciate you, Jim, for sending me these 40s. So we are going to distribute them back to the masses. I got two 68s coming at the giveaway, the EOS winner this week. So then we're going to do 100 lights. What can we do for 100 lights? I wish I had something special. I'm feeling generous today. Feeling generous today. Let's do a walker. Let's see if I can find a nice walker. I hope we hear that sound some today. Or I hope y'all hear it. Let me rephrase that. We'll do a 43 walker for the giveaway. For the 100 likes. And I will add a dime or a war nickel. I think a dime. Add a dime to the 100 likes giveaway for if we consecutively hit it. So, walker. Love that sound, yeah. I can't hear it, coin silver, so like in the roll, I know people clink the coins together. I can't hear it, so you guys are privileged to experience that when you hear that sound all of a sudden. I don't know, it doesn't mean anything to me. As a matter of fact, I missed a silver one time. It was a dirty bicentennial, and Chicken Man Dan, with those sharp ears of his, he heard it and alerted me that, said that sounded like silver. And I went back through, and sure enough, it was a silver bicentennial that I had missed. So we got a war nickel and a quarter. And then we'll do let's do two mercuries, two mercs. You can't hear it either? Yeah. Yeah. Even with my hearing aids, I can't hear it. Two mercury dimes for the 50 likes. Two mercs for the 50. All right, we're ready to go. So Joe Cabby, are you in the chat? Have not seen your name pop up there in a little bit. Me and you need to do some business. We need to do some business. There he is, Mr. Cabby, the man of the hour. So let me get you a little envelope. Hopefully we'll need a big envelope. Right, Joe? We're going to need this one is not going to contain the goodness that Joe is going to come across today. So, but I have to start somewhere. You know, you got to start somewhere. So there's our starting point. There is our starting point. And I'll go ahead and do one for Hunting Southwest, Ohio. Because you guys know how lucky he can get sometimes on a box. So, all right, on to the boxes. The boxes I have are the flat boxes. I only have 2 boxes. So you will have the choice, Joe, of picking box 1 or 2. And you may do that now, if you so please, and we will get one open. We'll have 50 likes coming up. We've got 25 viewers in. We are a little early than we usually are. So that's all right. Everybody, box 2. I knew that was going to happen. One time I put the boxes over here and I did them, I put 2 on top, and what happens? Y'all know what happens. Hey, John Bryan. Whoever was first up picked box 1. All right, here we are. So looking through the bottom of the boxes, these look to be well circulated. I'm hoping they are. And Joe, if you are not satisfied with the circulation of the box, I will be glad to refund your money because I've got so many boxes to do. Unless you're willing to wait until sometime in November, maybe the weekend after the 2nd, I will be able to redo your box. But if not, I will be glad. Jim Cantor has been a member for 14 months. Thank you, Jim. I was saying that these tops don't vent good, so I've had to drill a hole in them to give some extra air, let it get some extra air in it. All right, so here we go. Box number 2. This is from the BB Bank, and this is the same number, I think, that I had on the boxes from last week, but I might be wrong, but they look to be, yeah, this looked to be pretty good circulation here. So hopefully, looking through the hole on the bottom, also it looked to be circulated pretty good. So with that being said, we will get on with the goodness. I hope not, Joe. I hope not. This looks pretty good, though. I think as far as hunting the box will be good. So always would love to find some silver, but that is up to the silver gods. Let me move all of this over here so that I can get the box up here presentated right. All right, thank Joe Cavey for being patient, number 1. All right, let me explain a couple of things then. This is your first time. This is Joe's first time to buy a box. So, number 1, I'm honored that you picked me to do it for you. I will, if you find any silver, if you find one, I say any silver, but if you find a silver, a 40 or a 90, like a Kennedy, Benji, or Walker, I will match it, the first one. So if you find a 40, I'll give you an extra 40. If you find a 90, I'll give you an extra 90. So you will get a silver match if we get so lucky as to find something. If we don't find anything, I'll give you 2 90s automatically. And you can choose the ones you want. You can have 2 Benjis, you can have 2, and with silver right now, over $33 an ounce last week, that's a pretty good little, at least, because I haven't raised my box price ever since silver's been bouncing around. So you got a good chance of at least, you're going to get at least half your money back if we don't find anything. So then the rest of it is just the entertainment of the hunt, right? But yeah, silver topped $33 yesterday. I don't know if it came down from the highs, but that was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome to see it go so high. All right, yeah, let's see, that looked pretty good. Got a few new ones in it, but we have found that is a good thing, not a bad thing, because it seems to be with some decent little circulation. Fun is fun. That's right. I mean, where else are you going to go and spend? Let's just say, since you're getting at least probably $23, $24 worth of silver, I mean, where else can you go and spend $25 and have this much fun? Have this much fun. All right, there we go. Now I can hopefully see those DDOs as we come across them. So you get to keep anything we find that's a find. On your NIFCs, which are coins that were not intended for circulation, if you find 10 of those, and if you get close to 10, I will give you another 90%er if you should choose. If you would like, maybe you're doing an album. All right, yeah, hey, I like to play poker too. I keep telling myself I ought to get up and drive over to Philadelphia one day. It's not but a couple hours away. 3368. Thank you, John Bryan. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. You get a pretty good little kickback there if we get a skunk box. So I'm glad to see, though, that circulation, we're not getting full rolls. But yeah, I had considered maybe riding over to Philadelphia one day and playing some poker, but haven't ever got around to it. I don't like to play online. Well, I can't. All right, John Bryan, be safe. We can't play video online poker in Alabama, so because we're bass acres. So I have to go to Mississippi if I want to play poker. And it has been a while. There's our first find for you, Joe. Have I cleared the... no, I haven't done that either. Have not done that either. I need to update the finds. So we do have an NIFC, though. It's our first one, a 2018D. First one for the board. And I even went through yesterday and updated the count at the top. I think it's right. If it's not, it is what it is. But I think I've got it updated right. I went back through every video for the year. Hey, I'll do it, Shelby. I love to go to the casino. I wanted to play. I played 3-card poker on the tables, but I have not. I have not played the Texas Hold'em. I don't really like blackjack, so but they have the table games now with Texas Hold'em, and so I would like to play that. I played it as entertainment online. Oh, well, look at Shell Bell go. I'll have to look. Let's see. How close were we, Shell Bell? How close are we? That's what I need to know. That's what I need to know. Whoop, Elizabeth went out and hit the slot. Look at her go. Look at her go. Did your finger get better, Elizabeth? It seemed like you had sprained your finger. That's not a good thing if you're an artist. All right, all right. I was doing that yesterday before me and Hannibal went out. See, Hannah likes to go to TJ Maxx. And so, but if she goes, she has to have supervision. So I went to TJ Maxx with her yesterday. Actually, I was looking for some sheets. I bought a new bed, and I was looking for some sheets for it. I'm sorry, Elizabeth. I'm hoping it'll get better. Yep, pouring rain. Yeah, that's what happens when you get old. You kind of know it's going to rain the day before. Corning around. Oh, yep. All right, brother. I hope you come across some good stuff. That's something me and Hannah would like to do, is garage sales. But I've kind of got myself locked into this morning stream. Of course, we could get up early and hit some for 3 hours or so. So to circumvent her spending every penny, we just spent my money. These rolls are a lot tougher to open like I open them than the black rolls. So I had intended to do 3 boxes today, with one for Baseman, but that got thwarted by the lack of boxes at the bank. So I thought we'd do a little auction. If you're interested in what we have for auction, it should be it's in the description for this stream, and also on my community tab. So we have a couple of Morgans. We've got a commemorative, $1 commemorative with the COA box and everything that goes with that. We've got a Type 1 Buffalo nickel, a nice Walker 46 AFSP, I believe. So, got some goodies there. If you're interested, we will do that at the end of the stream. Copper Owl is going to be on today. So, Copper Owl. Yep, they are. It's funny how different they are, though. Hey, I hope you get a good grade on it. I hope you get a good grade on it there, Jimmy Jim. As a shortcut, if people want to, if you or one of the mods want to, for the auction, instead of typing all of that in, you can go to my community page and grab the link and put it up there. That's an easy way to do it too. You can open that community post and just grab the link and put it in as another alternative. There's a few newbies in that one. Seeing 2021s and 23Ds. I don't see as many 2023Ps in these boxes. There's Black Magic Marker Man again, marking up the coins all the way across the top. He does it. I told Chuck about it. I tattled on him, the Chuck. Pa and Grammy, I think, are down south enjoying a hopefully warm weather vacation. I copied and pasted it there, Shell Bell, yesterday. So maybe I did something wrong. It should be what we're having today. I copied and pasted it there and in the Discord with the same copy. So, but I might have done something wrong. So, if and so, I apologize. There is a 2002. That is a first year NIFC for number 2. So let's get that on the board. Every find counts. For silver or an extra giveaway. We could do an extra giveaway. All we need to do is fill all the slots there. Fill all the slots. And since this is your first time, Joe, have you won a giveaway, Joe Cabby? Have you won a giveaway? I usually try to own all the giveaways and the and first-time donators. I try to send a screwdriver and alrighty. Well, I will send you one of my screwdrivers. If you do coin roll hunts at all, people seem to enjoy using those, and also one of my stickers. You will get both. You will get both. In addition to anything we might find. Do you do coin albums? Where Pa is? That's kind of cool for sitting on the beach. Do you collect coins for albums and things of that nature, Joe? Oops. That's some machine doubling or damage on that one. Stack don't have albums.
Very generous.
Oh, coining around. Look at you go. Look at you go. Thank you so much, my friend. Good luck on your garage sales today. Good luck on your garage sales. 74D. All right, Dad hunts coins. Don't let them work you too hard. We'll get all packages out this week. I have, we've done, this will be the third stream this week. I think. So I will do all the packages this week from all 3 streams. Yeah, I thought it was. I was thinking it was Dad Hunt's Coins. And I may, before I ship it, it is your coin. I'm assuming you would be okay if I did a short on it. I thought I might do that because I love finding those, but I thought it might be a commemorative because I think it had like 2 dates on it from such and such to such and such, or some kind of a wording to that effect. So yeah, that's cool. That was a good find. No silver, but some cool finds in there. And that was a double stack box, I believe we ended up doing for you. I did go back and hunt that other box. It was bust also. So Chicken Man Dan made the right. Well, that was for MS. You chose. What did you go with? What did you go with? You did my last double stack box. That's what you did. You did the last double stack box I had. So good deal. Good deal. We should get those back next week. I've got another bank that I'm touch base with. They would order $50, but I had to buy 4 a week from them. So I'm not really in a position right now to take that on, but since they're kind of agreeable, and I say kinda agreeable to do it, I may at some point. JC Likes Pound hits the slots. I may at some point delve into that. Are the redeems working? Let's see. JC's going to test them for me. I haven't heard it. There we go. Redeems are active. We should have plenty of time today, so I'm going to I may kind of go a little slower than my normal pace. Without the 3rd box to hunt and just a 6-lot auction to do, we should have plenty. Hannah, do you not have one? Okay, so you couldn't find her. She's there. She's right there on the couch. So I know she's there. I could hand her a cube. I'm working on me and Jim Cantor. Jim Cantor come across some Type B reverse. Oh, she's working outside. Okay. She's working on our carport. We may have somebody come in to pressure wash the house today. I hope we can be done. I told her with the ball games and all on that I would not be much help today. That sure looks like a proof. I think we got a proof. Nope. Wow, what a shiny 71D. I don't know if that thing's been polished, but it looked proofy. I mean, look at that. Fields on that thing, how shiny it is. That's unbelievable. Yeah, you're doing fine. You just didn't have any walkers, so they're trying to get you some. Hey, Vincent Caparina, your coin junkie, how are you doing? They're trying to get you some walkers to play with. $2003. You're moving up the NIFC board. That's not a bad thing. That can get you some extra silver, Joe. That's number 3. That's number 3. And since you're a stacker, not a collector, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. There you go, Hannah. You gotta. Everybody gave Walker's one time the Lord Camarista, and she briefly took the lead. from Fleabag. He was so mad. $71. All right, my container here is empty, so it may be a little loud. If you have headphones or earbuds in, or if you're listening on your hearing aids like me sometimes, this may be a little loud. I've had feedback that it's not that bad, but the way I do it. So there is another NIFC for you, Joe. That one's a pretty one. That's a 2004. We're getting the early years. That's good, though. That shows good circulation in the box, so hopefully that's a good sign. Jesse Kruckenberg, my man. Welcome, welcome. So you are up to a quarter or a 40%er almost. $73D. And we got another black magic marker man. He marked all the 74Ds. So I'm on a quest, like Paul says. It would be that Paul said if he ever finds a 74D DDO that was marked with the black magic marker, that he was going to have it graded, have it slabbed, and put it on his shelf as a crowning achievement. Hambone. Good morning, my friend. That's a pretty 74D. I don't know if he marked the whole thing or if it just wore pretty. I like the kind of dark tone coins. It adds some definition. There's Fleabag. How's the weather up your way, Fleabag? Shelly, have y'all got snow yet? Have y'all got the 4-letter word yet? I mean, I did not mean to voice that out loud. I apologize. There is another NIFC, another 2002. I missed one, so that's 5 now. Yeah, there's not a lot of moisture. We have not had rain. Some areas, and I want to say we're part of that. I know I was watching the news. My dad, bless his heart, my dad called last night at 7:30. Mike, I need you to come find ABC on my TV. So I get out and go over there. We had a hard time getting a television that he can we're back in the 80s next week. We've had a hard time coming up with a TV concept that he can manage. he has a macular degeneration, so he can't see very well. And we had set him up on Hulu Live, but he had to go through too many steps to get to the get to the TV listings and things, and then he couldn't really find what he wanted to watch even when he did. So, but we got him fixed up with Comcast now. The unit did not have Comcast. Everybody streamed their TV, but so he does have cable coming in now, which is more of a traditional. So now when he turns the TV on, it goes straight to whatever he was watching last, and he doesn't have to open the Hulu and get to the live TV again. So hey, net thing. So, but he couldn't find ABC, and I thought, well, he's wanting to watch a ball game or something, and so I go over there, and he'd wanting to watch the Menendez. There was something on I think it was the Menendez brothers last night, and he was wanting to watch that. So it took me forever to get it set up because I could not find the input for the cable box. It was not marked HDMI 1, 2, 3. It had HDMI 1 that didn't have anything on it, but it did not have an HDMI 2 that I could find. So anyway, I eventually got it going. Yeah, I thought about that too. He got a real weak voice, so that might work, might not. But then usually on those you have to find a button to push to use the voice activation, and so he just doesn't do buttons very well. We got him a phone that's got buttons as big as one of these $50, so he's managing the phone better. We had gotten him a cell phone, and he could not navigate the cell phone. The buttons were just too small for him to read. So anyway, I'm just glad he's still with us, and he's in a good spot over there. And Jesse Kuckenberg, look at him go. 71D. So we got Copper Owl this afternoon, I think at 2 o'clock, and then Hunting Southwest Ohio will be on tonight. So you still got a good Saturday lineup of coin roll hunting to experience today, if you so choose. Thank you so much, 7 Stacks. Have a good day to you also. We are hunting first box ever for Joe Cabby. I hope the box is being so bad doesn't discourage you from trying again one day, Joe, if things should continue, because sometimes we get on a streak and find some silver. We found 106 silver in one box for, I tell you what, we might have to do that on Discord, but I had an idea. That's the 82p. I had an idea that for a change, if Tennessee wins, I will see if I can do a redeem for Tennessee, a clip from Tennessee that you can use for a week for one stream. Or maybe do a clip of the fight zone or something for you. You get that would be your redeem for 1 week. That would be funny, wouldn't it? The problem is they've changed up Streamlabs so much, and it has been so long since I set redeems up. Yeah, I agree. I do too. The talking heads on the radio all said it's kind of that Tennessee had the slight edge. I don't know what the bookmakers have actually had, what the line on the game is. I don't bet on them, so I don't follow that. All right, Black Magic Marker Man, you missed one. 74D with no ink on it. So did anybody buy the flowing hair that came out this week? Whew. That's a nice. I'm going to put that one aside and check my book. Since you don't do albums, Joe, I'm going to set that one aside and check my book on it. It could be an upgrader. Tennessee -3. See, I don't know what all that means, so I never have been interested enough to figure that out. So I guess it means Tennessee's giving up 3 points. All right, we're approaching the halfway point, Joe. Approaching the halfway point here. Got a good little pile of NIFCs going. I'm really just proud that these flat boxes have finally got back into being huntable circulated. I like the idea of offering somebody hold that coin and then filled it back in. Why would you do that? Why would you go through the trouble of putting a hole in it and then filling it back in? The teller this week had a small deposit of dollar coins that I picked up this week. Take a look at them. Had a nice 79 Susan B. Anthony and some American Innovation dollar coins and 3 or 4 of the presidential coins. I have to say, I really never appreciated those coins as much until Dad Spare Change started getting so many of them, and then he put an album together for me to give away. Actually put 2 together, 1 for me to keep, 3. Did 1 for me to keep and 2 for me to give away or do as a, can't remember what that was, but that makes a beautiful album. Oh, I do, yeah. This one teller looks for them religiously. And she'll find old $100 bills that are just, in the 70s or whatever. Never have really come across an old bill that I wanted to keep. Now, if she keeps it for me, I take it, regardless of whether it's worth anything or not. Because if it's just a general circulation, slightly older. Oh, cool. There you go, John Bryant. There was also 2 half-dollar Kennedys in there, but they were an NIFC and a regular old Kennedy. But yeah, I take them because I want to encourage her to continue to look, and so that's pretty cool. I have scored some silver from that interaction a time or two, from them and another bank that I go to. Yeah, those make beautiful albums, Dad Spare Change. And that's something, if you're a collector and getting into the album hunts and stuff, it wouldn't be a cheap album maybe, at the end, but it would be an easy way to ask the bank if they had any of the gold dollar coins, pick you up a few. You can always spend them or redeposit them later. The coin machine that takes them at my credit union. But let me see if I can find one of those, because they are gorgeous albums. So this is one that Dad's Fair Change did for me. But I mean, that gold coin just really makes a beautiful little album. So if you ever want to like do that, pick up one a week or one a month or whatever you're capable of doing, and they make a pretty album. Walker, have you ever watched any of the what? No, I have not gotten into Whatnot. Have not gotten into Whatnot. Hey, Jim Thompson. Good morning from the Outer Banks of North Carolina. I've got a nice walker today, 46, probably it may be low mint state or AU for your consideration. Blistering Barnacles, how are you doing? How was the bike ride this morning? If you would like to promote your channel, you can type in !me and it should post your channel link if you so choose. Whoop, whoop. We need to see some of that today, for sure. 2 rows to go to the half point of the box. No silver in sight yet. Did you guys see, I know not all of you watch Rob Finds Treasure, but he showed another type of coin album that was, I think he said that it's a little better than the Dansko. Has anybody had any experience with those? If you remember what I'm talking about, it was on his stream, I think maybe Wednesday night. I haven't taken the chance. I didn't write it down, so I can't remember the name. And I've searched for albums on Google before, and I don't ever remember seeing those come up. He said they're, I think, much more expensive than the Danskos, but I might be interested. I get frustrated with these albums. I use the Whitman Classic and the Dansko, but I think they could make the outer paper oh nice, Jim. I think my album is doing pretty good. I do need to upgrade a few. I think I have a 47D that I don't have a good example in of it, but unless they're doing 30s Lighthouse album. Thank you, Shell Bell. How did you know? You're not watching Rob Finds Treasure. But I get frustrated with the Danskos and the Whitman. The Whitman, I think, a little more in my mind than the Dansko. Number one, the separation between the rows where you slide the film, slide the film in and out, tends to be not very well. Number one, not very tough, because I've actually torn the outer surface, sliding the film in and out, and then it's not glued very well on the edges, and so when you're trying to get that piece of film started in there, they tend to want to separate. So, you know, I watch some YouTube things on book building. Interceptor album. There you go. Thank you, Crafty Dragon. I haven't looked at Lighthouse albums either, though. Thank you, Crafty Dragon. How much are they priced more than a Dansko, Crafty? If you have that information. Dansko's runs in the high 40s, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even into the 50s. I haven't bought one in a hot minute. Hartford Junction is in the house. We can start now. We can find silver now. Hartford Junction says, you have my blessing to pop a silver in the next row. All right, we're at the halfway point. Unfortunately, being not a double stack, we don't get the gravity. We don't get the benefit of the gravity to help with the silver. So we will have to just depend on circulation. All right, NC, enjoy, my friend. Well, that's cool. I don't really like people automatically taking stuff out of my accounts, though. Has the best prices on Dansko. I like Dansko. I like the look of Dansko on the shelf. You know, rather than the blue Whitmans. It just has the old, you know, the old leather kind of vibe to it. So I like them from that standpoint, but they also could do better with their construction, I believe. I mean, I would love to see, you know, for your signature collection, like the Walkers, a really nice, you know, genuine leather-bound edition with real hefty pages in it that turn easily. Crazy Jim's in the house. Crazy Jim has some surgery coming up, so y'all please keep him in your thoughts and prayers. And we're just praying that everything goes well for you, Crazy Jim. Thank you for dropping in today. Michael Wells, how are you doing? Yeah, that was the ones I started with, and then I eventually made it over to the Danskos. I had even a subscriber gave me a Littleton album, and while the album itself was not bad, I did not like the way the pages were set up. It had more like a D ring instead of an oval ring, and so they did not turn very smoothly if you were wanting to pay through and see, you know, look through the coin. So I did not like that from that aspect. There's another Black Magic Marker Man coin. And another one. So I'm unclear. Oh, the barbers you got. What was it? No, Artie Mike. That was the one. That was the one regret in doing that. I'm a knee-jerk reaction type guy sometimes. Well, 98% of the time. Well, we can help you with that, William E. We can help a little bit with that. Matter of fact, we got one you can put in it today. It can be yours for the low, low price of wherever the bid ends up. That was my one regret, Artie Mike, that I did not sit down and really take some time to plan that out. So it looks like they run between 25 and 40. Not sure if they are folders or regular two-sided. All right, thank you. Thank you, Crafty. There's another NIFC. That's our sixth one. But I wish that I had put a day or two even in between each stop. So I wish I could have got to Washington and had a day or two to maybe go to some of the Smithsonians and museums and whatnot, and then took a day or two in Chicago to see the sights and explore some of the old buildings and things that they have in Chicago. And I did not do that. So it was run for the whole 3 days between stops and no time to appreciate the city. So I was talking to Hannah maybe about doing a trip to Chicago. She does not. Yeah, that Dansko seems to be overall the all right, Jim. Seems to be the overall favorite for those that want to invest in a decent album. And I don't think that's money wasted. You know, it's much nicer to have them encased in a album. I'm not sure how much it really protects it, you know, as opposed to it being in a airtight or a flip maybe that's stapled securely, but it does present them nicely. I'm considering a coin room move at some point. Yeah, you know, that's the deal. I don't know how we could even do a short trip somewhere to test things out. But Hannah does not ride in the cars well, even like going on a trip. She's in the back seat. There's Sir Benji. Sir Benji, my friend, how are you doing? Hope everything is well in your part of the world. Hunter Bustner, how are you? No, Booster. Booster? Something like that. I keep wanting to put an N in there. Well, you know, I've got 4 bedrooms, and what used to be my mother-in-law's bedroom is full of junk right now that we need to sort through and get out, and I would like to move my coin room into there. And I think, you know, instead of having a door behind me, that's a 2013 for number 7 on the NIFC list. I think it would be better for me to be able to put some things on the wall like Pa does. That's number 7. I missed one. Because I come up with an idea. I've always been not a slabbed coin person. I would rather have coins in the raw for my albums, to put in my album. But I came up with an idea of a way to, because, you know, I don't like to see a silver spot. I don't like to see a silver spot a blank spot. And so we checked, and Eisenhower dollars will fit in a Morgan album. And so I thought I could put an Eisenhower dollar in every spot that I have a slab coin for. Like I have an 1882 CC that's a Mint State 64, and so I don't want to bust that out of the case. It is Annex. It's not a PCGS holder, but I could put Ike in that spot. Hey, Harry Tustin. Can't stay, just stop by to hit the light. Well, that's super nice of you to do that, Harry. Thank you so much. I thought I could put an Ike in that spot, and that would show me that I have the coin, but that it is in a slab. So, you know, that I don't have a blank spot in an album, and I've got the coin really good protected. So I may change my still look for good, you know, more common date coin for the album in low mint state or AU. But there's another, that's a 2003 NIFC. So you are pretty much at the 90% range there, Joe. That's 8. Oh, there's Hunting Southwest Ohio. You are a little late, but that's my fault. Now I did schedule it right, but you didn't know that. With the Alabama game coming on this afternoon, I was planning to do 3 boxes and no auction, but I could not get but 2 boxes, so I revamped and doing 2 boxes with an auction now. And since I could not do the 3rd box for Baseman today, I kept it at 10, but I put it at 10 so that if I had done 3 boxes, we would be done before the ball game or right as the ball game comes on. So I did change my time. We are going back to 11. We are going back to 11 next week. So occasionally, William, occasionally we find some in the 30s. It's rare to find some of the teens, but it's not uncommon to find a very war walker in the 30s in a box on occasion. I mean, it's rare enough to find a walker these days, but occasionally you find one. There's no way you'd ever fill an album that way, of course, but all right, we hit 50 likes. Let me get that going. All right, here we go. 3 minutes. Get in on the giveaways. Oh, nice, Hartford. That's awesome. That's awesome. I wish I had gotten started in my youth. I mean, I've told the story a bunch of times, but my grandmother, she lived in New Mexico, and I used to go out there for summers every now and then, and she worked at a laundromat. So just imagine all the quarters that went through the laundromat. And if I had known what I know now, I could have been curating some coins for a long time. And she did. She collected a little bit, not extensively, but hey, Ron Moss, good morning to you, my friend. Was so glad to meet Ron Moss in Denver. That was awesome. He happened to live just outside of Denver, so he met Netfeen and I at the coin show. So that was a very, 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 very enjoyable thing. That's the great thing about this, especially from my end, and being a content creator, is meeting people that I see in the chat. That is so much fun. All right, we filled that one up. So we got 1 minute and 21 seconds to go in the giveaway. But yeah, I got to meet Ron, a very nice person with a great collection of coins and knowledgeable in the currency collectible side. So Netfeen and I had both jumped in the water with that, and so Ron was a good source of information for that. He is a very good collector of coinage and currency. Andrew J., good to see you. Got 33 seconds. Let's see if the button is going to work today. Would not seem to be so. There we go, 10 seconds to go. Good luck, everybody. We got 2 Merc Dime for the giveaway today. Well, at least it went to 0 for me. I appreciate that. So here we go with the winner will be B&K Gold Coins. It has been a minute since I sent something down to the Florida neck of the woods. I'm not going to say where you live, B&K, but it is funny. There we go. You are on the board. Woohoo! Going to complete that and go back to the chat and close that. And we are back on the road there. We are past the halfway point. We have not found anything silvery. We are accumulating a nice little pile of NAFCs though. So Ron, everybody has been gaga over my $2 bracelet note. Ron is the one that told me what they call those. So that was awesome. You are welcome, B&K. I'm glad you survived the hurricane without, I hope, major damage. $72p. It does never hurt to send your address, B&K. If I can find it, I will have to do a search through my emails. Hey, Todd. I will have to do a search through my emails to locate it. There is our 9th NAFC. I know the city, but I would have to search through my emails to find it. So anytime there's a giveaway one, and somebody would send me something to claim it with an address, it does make it a tad bit easier. Now, if when I ship something above stamp mail, then I'll have the addresses in my shipping platform. But I kind of got away from the one I'm using, and then I went back to it. But when I went back to it, I had lost all of my addresses that I had inputted over the time. So I'm having to put them back in as I mail. So when I ship something that has to have a big label on it and has tracking with it, then it goes into my account. But everything else that's stamp mail, it's something I do by hand, so it does help when I get those emails. And it helps even more if you put your address in a format like you would on an envelope, because I can copy and paste sometimes to put your address into my shipping. I started using Word and to print labels instead of having to write all that, and that has worked pretty good so far. But I'm not sure. I'm not really proficient in how to use it, because when I copy and paste an address from a email to my to put it in my format, for printing the little labels, it highlights all the stuff, because you have to highlight everything to copy it, and then you paste that. Well, it pastes the highlight too, and I haven't figured out how to make it quit doing that, so I have to type all those in. And that's not, I don't mind, that part of it, but at least when you're typing it in, if you get it wrong, you can fix it. Whereas when you're writing them, you have to do another envelope or scratch it out and hope it goes through. Scratch it out and hope it goes through. I know, Joe, that it looks like I am not working hard for you to find silver because we haven't. But I promise you, I am striving to find a silver coin in here somewhere. So we are still kinda, sorta, nothing permanent yet. Thinking about doing a show the first weekend in November, I believe it is. No, it's the second weekend of November. In Tennessee. I don't know which among you might live up in that area. It is a show just below Chattanooga, just below Chattanooga. And so about a 3-hour drive for me, but Hunting Southwest Ohio is talking about maybe driving down also. And once we kind of confirm that so that we know we're going to be there, if you would like to come to the show, if you've never been to a show before, it might be a good time to dip your feet into that part. But me and Hunting Southwest Ohio may be there. And you could come and we could meet you. It's always nice to put a face with a name. So keep that in your back pocket. If that's something you may be interested in. Yeah, I'm not sure how big a show it is, but sometimes the smaller shows you can do well in. You kind of just have to go to the show and have in mind what you're going for and bring cash. Last week, found an 82D, no FG, just a flat spot. 82D, okay. And found a 64D with double mint mark. Nice, nice. I didn't know, I haven't ever looked. I don't know yet. Dad's Spare Change, I am... probably Saturday, if I'm thinking correctly and talking with Rick. Probably Saturday. Friday may be a travel day. We get there at some point Friday. I don't know. I may come on up a day early or whatever. But there seems to be some hotels in the neighborhood, so we could. Okay, all right. I'm thinking, dang. I've been missing the boat on that. You know, I guess any coin could possibly have an over-polished situation where it doesn't have a mint mark. So I thought you might have found something really special there. Thinking Saturday for the show and arrive on Friday. Arrive on Friday, Rick? Is that the thought? We will try to maybe, Rick, if you would, try to talk some about it this week. I know Dad's Spare Change is going to be coming back into town on Friday, and so would be able to make the show on Saturday if we were to be there the Saturday. So. But yeah, I would like to be able to even maybe do a community post, maybe on both our channels, of our intentions once we get things nailed down, where we're going to be staying and stuff like that, so that if people wanted to stay at the same hotel, we could do supper or lunch or, all right, good deal, supper or lunch while we're there, and I don't know. We just make a nice little time of it. Make a nice little time of it. It's about 3.5 hours for me from here, and I think about 5 hours. Block us. About 5 hours for Rick from where he's at. So anybody in the Kentucky area? I know we've got a few people in the Kentucky area. I know one can't recall the name right off the top of my head, but I know I have one in Kentucky. Yeah. Oh no! You can let me pick now. I promise you, Netthing. I promise you, you can let me pick now. I will be the hotel picker of all hotel pickers from now on.
You can't touch this.
And I will, in my defense, I was really aiming for a hotel in the area of the coin show. And so in my defense, but whew, man, what a mistake. What a mistake. Live and learn. Even at 61, you can still live and learn. Those are so disappointing when you see them on the backside. Just kind of has a dirty cast to it that looks like it might be silver, but it's not. It's not. Such a disappointment. Such a disappointment. $82. It was a beautiful hotel rig, but it was very mid-20 oriented, mid-20s. It wasn't for old folk. It was kind of a vegan restaurant. You know, I picked it because the room looked so, you know, inviting. The bed was super comfortable, but the bed was on a freaking 4-foot pedestal. And I don't want to go too off the rail here, but it wasn't made for just a comfortable day at the hotel or anything like that. It was made for one thing, and it wasn't cornrow hunting. But it was a beautiful hotel. It was well situated for where I wanted to be as far as the show went, but not very. And here I'm saying, you know, I'm a senior now, so it was not very senior friendly. You know, breakfast, they had free breakfast that you could grab and go kind of thing, and no meat in sight. You know, there was not a critter anywhere. No, it was not. It did not have a coin slot in Blockers. Yeah, no coin slot, but it did have a window behind the headboard that looked into the bathroom, if that's any help to you. So, and super comfortable bed. That was the first thing that thing said when he came down the next morning, because he drove up and we were a mile away from the coin show. So the first day we go to the coin show, the only day we went, we called an Uber up, and he shows up. He's an elderly man, so I mean, you know, but he had the maps and all going. We drove and drove and drove. I told Netfeen, I said, man, if he keeps driving, he can just drop me off at the house. But he drove 30 minutes to get to a coin address. There's another NIFC for 10. We are now at the maximum silver swap for the NIFC. So you will get at least 3 90s if we don't find anything. But I felt so sorry for him because, you know, it was not a long Uber ride, so the price that we paid for the Uber was, you know, negligible. And, hey, Nick Molder. And then that poor guy drove for 30 minutes up and down interstates and through construction zones. It was the craziest thing. So I gave him a little extra tip just because I felt sorry for him. Then we called an Uber back to the hotel. No lie. Called an Uber back to the hotel. He drives out of the parking lot, makes 2 turns back to the hotel. Back to the hotel in less than 5 minutes. So it was an adventure. So I learned my lesson on the hotel. Location is not everything, and so I will try to do better if we go to Tennessee. I'm thinking Holiday Inn Express. Try out that. Has anybody ever had the waffle on the little automated thing that rose through, or not waffle, but pancake at the Holiday Inn Express? I'm not as big a breakfast person as I used to be. I'm very selective on what I eat, and I can't love road trip. Well, come on down, or over, or up, or whatever you need to do there, Hartford, because we may very well be there. We may be there. Martin Bowen has sent me on a quest, so I got a purchase he wants me to make for him. I would much rather drive. I really don't mind driving. I drove to Tulsa a couple of years ago to the coin show out there with all the YouTubers present, and that was a super fun trip, and I drove it with no problem whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I drove it. It's a 12-hour drive, and I stopped one time in the whole trip. There's another for 11. I have not updated the board on that. Man, tough bop for overall, but we have stumbled upon some NIFCs into double digits. Sorry, I got a mustache here going crazy. Whew, that was not pleasant to watch, I'm sure. Time for a trim. That was something I asked the kid for one of my Christmas present. Just think, 2 years ago, I had never been to a coin show. Now I am starting to be like the coin show circuit guy. I've been to coin show. I've been everywhere, man. I have been everywhere. I've been in the mountain air, man. We are down to the last 5 rows, Joe. Last 5 rows. Let's make it count. 74D. But they are fun to go to. They can be intimidating to do, but there's a lot to look at, and you gotta be careful, because just as a case in point, oh yeah, good, yeah, I think I stayed at one time years ago, but I think they had a waffle iron, but I keep watching Sleeper Dude, and they stay at Holiday Inn Express a lot when they travel, and they got that pancake machine. Excuse me. There is yet another NIFC of 2003 for number 12 for the box. Good deal, Joe. I appreciate you hunting with us. We got 3 to go, though. Hang with us just a minute longer, and let's get this last few done for you. And good luck in your poker game today. Is it live or online, Joe? Are you going to a poker room or an actual casino, or are you playing online? There are some type of casino here on Native American land that is operated by the Porch Creek Indians in our area. They're not adjacent to where I live, so it's still a drive, and I can drive to Mississippi as easy as I can to one of those. Towered Poker Room Live. Okay. Yep, you're right, Nick. They can get there. You kind of have to have a plan. I very rarely go with a plan. I take my book with me so I know what I need, but I have been known to bounce around a little bit. So, because I bought that bill when I was there, and that certainly wasn't on my list. Now I've got a new list to start. Of course, it would be a very long list to try to write down, all that. Of course, right now I guess I could concentrate on that bill. I'm not sure what how many they are in that genre of that type of currency. It was so bad we're supposed to go to a coin show with Benji today. But told him the wrong day. It is tomorrow. Well, Sir Benji was in just a little bit ago. If you saw him, Fleabag, I'm sure y'all communicated, but it happens. 71D. Thomas tripped on a nickel with a $3 super sticker. Thank you so much, Thomas. You are a great friend of the channel, and that helped tremendously. Thank you, sir, so much. Last row for Joe. Joe, thank you again for your donation to the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this was a first box hunt for you. I'd like to hope you would try it again, and maybe with some better success. These flat boxes can have silver. We have found good silver in them before, but the double stack, we're finding all three of the newer coins, except for the 2024. I've got 2021s, 22s, and 23s. But I hope you'll come back and hunt with me again. Maybe when I have all four boxes, give you a little bit of a better selection to choose from. But these boxes have been good. We found some good silver in them before. And matter of fact, I think I either didn't get the double stack and only got these like today one time, and it had several silver in it. So it can happen. Shelby, I may have missed it. Was I close? Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, my friend. Was I close on the year-to-date finds? All right, so that's going to finish you up, Joe. So with your NIFCs, now we got to decide. So you can have it any way you want on your prizes. So you get 2 90s for the skunk, and you get another 90 for trade-in on the NIFCs. So would you like 3 Walkers, 3 Benjis, 3 Kennedys? Would you like 1 of each, 2 of one, 1 of the other? You let me know what I can do for you there. Let me know what I can do for you there. And then also send me an email with your address and everything. I will also include a Walker magnet screwdriver, 1 of each, all right? And sticker. You need a screwdriver and sticker. So let me get your... So here is Kennedy's, and there is Walker's. You got a 36 Walker. What am I doing pulling 36 Walkers out of there? I know, there's Benji's. That one's kind of dirty. There is a 63 Benji. So you got one of each. All right, Chill Bill, we'll get with it. I'll look at the sheet and see where it is, because yeah, I could be wrong, very wrong, because I was just doing it. Okay, let's see, next week. All righty, we will be able to try to muddle through without you. Thank you again, Joe. There is your goodies. And thank you for hunting with us. And we will get that out to you this week. So, hey, Off-Road Adventure, I appreciate you letting me be your first box of halves, and I hope you will come back and hunt with us again. So these will go back to the bank. Hope you're doing well off-road. Now, hunting Southwest Ohio, you're welcome, sir. Thank you. I only can get flat boxes, so you will get box one of this hunt. Let's go ahead and trot that out. Get it opened up for you. In addition to this box is one that is being given to Rick for his actually, this is a box that's given to Rick from my donation to the AFSP, American Federation for Suicide Prevention. And it's a stream that Pa Spare Time does. I know all of you guys are aware of all that, but my donation was the gift pack from Pa, and I thought that it'd be a great way to repurpose that and add extra goodies to the for the charity. And so we auctioned that off. Hunting Southwest Ohio stepped up big for that, and we were able to raise extra money through that. So this is a box that was gifted to him, or was part of that auction that he won for those goodies. So this is a box for him, and in addition to the box, Rick, which I am opening now, don't see anything silvery just screaming at me. Want to make sure that there's not a Benji there staring me in the face like previous time has happened. So you will get everything that the normal donator gets, Rick. In addition, though, you will also get a half ounce of silver. This is the Morgan replica, half ounce round. Also, as incentive for that. So as part of the box hunts I'm doing for all of the AFSP donators, this is an extra thank you for me for supporting that charity, and also through that and supporting Pa Spare Time and his wife Mary in the loss of their son Adam a couple years ago. Bryce Cooley last summer. Yeah, I saw that. I think you posted that somewhere else, Bryce. That's awesome. Can't get mad at that. Those little goodies like that are out there, so that is super cool. I'm gonna go ahead and put your half ounce round in your package there, Rick. You're welcome, sir. You are welcome. Thank you. You really stepped up in the auction there, and we were trying to get everything we could get for that, and so that all worked out very well. And roll number one for you. It looks about like the other rolls that we have done, so we will see what we can do. And as I said before, you will get all of the normal box perks, such as matching silver and skunk protection there. So let's see what we can do. Let's hopefully not have to worry about. Yeah, I know it. It is really shooting up there. Silver also over $33. Over $33 an ounce. I dread to say it. I was talking earlier about the fact that I've not changed the the pricing on my hunts. But tell you what, I've got a fairly good supply of 90s and constitutional silver. But if it keeps going up and we get into the situation of having to replace some of that, may very well have to make some adjustments. Give me 1 second. All right. Hey, Dale Brett. But yeah, silver keeps going up. We may have to make an adjustment at some point for sure. I very rarely, I have before, Luigi, sold some of my 90% stuff for other YouTubers that were in need of constitutional silver, but I very rarely ever sell, and I buy based on my supply. So if I see myself getting low on Walkers or Benjis or Kennedys, then I try to look for a good source to buy general circulation coinage for that. But heck, a tube, such as this, of 90% either Benjis, Kennedys, or Walkers in general circulation is well over $200 now. I don't have the numbers right in my head, but if you just look at melt, and you never are able to buy, or very rarely able to buy 90% silver at melt, there's always a little bit of a markup for it. And so, you're probably close to $250 to replace a tube of Walkers or Benjis or Kennedys. So, can be very expensive. I am lucky enough to have accumulated a large amount over the years, so I have not had to buy a lot to support the stream, but it is definitely not infinite. So occasionally I get a good deal come down the pike, like I had an opportunity to buy some dimes that I thought was a good buy. So of course I bought those before silver was at $33. So I bought 3 or 4 rows of Merc and Rosy dimes not too long ago. So you kind of have to be in a position to buy when the deal comes through, because if you can't jump on it, somebody else will. There, it's a 2023. My eyes are not focusing good today. So we do have a short auction that we're going to do afterward, just 6 items, if anybody is interested. So Shell Bell, did I get the community thing wrong? Yep, it's not on there. Yeah, I thought I posted it, Shell Bell, but I guess I didn't. I did type it all in, but now I'm thinking about it in my mind. I don't remember hitting the post button, so my bad on that. Yeah, it's in the description is in the stream. I did not hit the post button when I typed or copied and pasted all that into my community tab. I usually try to do that to give everybody a heads up on what we got coming, and I did not post it. I put it in there, but I did not post it. So, oh well. that's the worst thing that happens today, we'll be in good shape. 82p. Sir Benji said he found an 82p no FG, and it was slick. There was no indication at all of the FG there. That's always a fun find, and you know it when you've really found one. If you're having to try to decide whether it's there or not, then you haven't really found one. You may have found one that would pass the PCGS requirement of being able to see it or not see it with 5x magnification. But if you really find one, there's no doubt you can put it under any magnification you want and it's not there. So, Shellbell, have you been watching the new season of Tracker? First episode of that came out last week. And the NCIS started back. And then the new series that I have not watched the first episode, it was a 2-hour premiere of Origins NCIS that kind of tracked the career of Gibbs. So I've got it recorded. Me and Hannah may watch it tomorrow night. Okay. Pretty good, good. I'm looking forward to it. I've seen some, previews and what have you, and the guy that's playing him as a younger self seems to have the mannerisms down, which I thought that was going to be probably the toughest part of doing that role, was to get those mannerisms down. So that's good, though. I would like to watch it. I've been watching the playoff, the baseball playoff, and I decided to stream at 6 o'clock on Thursday. And I'd kind of given up on the Guardians to pull it out. And I don't know how they did last night. I know they were trailing when I quit watching. But all of those games are going into extra games. So it seems to be a pretty good competitive series this year. And I don't know, we were talking to somebody, I think me and NetThing were talking about that, we were thinking it was probably going to be a Subway series with the Mets and the Yankees, but I'm not so sure about that now. The Dodgers are putting up a fight. So don't forget that Copper Owl will be on this afternoon instead of tomorrow. So we do have a stream following this stream that everybody can enjoy. I'm sorry I will miss that. Yeah, well, I mean, I usually watch as a prelude to bedtime. So I will, most of the sitcom or, whatever the night shows are an hour long. And so I will usually take in whatever series that I'm watching and do a show, and then go to bed and read for a while or listen to a book on tape or something and head to bed. So it's kind of just like a routine. Last night I watched baseball for a while. I watched it in here on my TV on my computer till the first set went off, and then I went to the den and watched some of the next games. But yeah, I'm on YouTube a lot too. We are trying to get the house in order. Hannah is adamant that we're going to have the tree up this year. And so I said, yeah, well, for that to happen, this room's got to be at a certain state. So she is, we were wanting to have a garage sale before it gets too cold. And so she's trying to get the carport cleaned up enough that we can start staging stuff out there. We've got a lot of furniture. Some of it I'm not sure. I need to talk to my brother-in-law. Some of it was his grandmother's stuff that Allison had gotten. It's very old, not very functional though. The drawers are very shallow, and so thank you, Silverman. Always glad to see somebody gain a sub through the stream. Always glad to see that. So anyway, she's trying to get some of that done. I'm gonna help her. We're gonna work on it tomorrow. But we've got a huge bay window front of the house that we'd like to put the Christmas tree up in. And another function of moving the coin room is that we can return this back to a dining room. I've got a huge oak dining room table that we've never really had room for. So I am hoping to be able to repurpose that back in this room back into the original function, which was a small formal dining room. All right, let's see. I got room. It shouldn't be too loud. So that's part of the reason I'm thinking about moving my coin operation back to one of the bedrooms. I've got 4 bedrooms, and Hannah's using one, and we have one as a guest room, so should be able to repurpose that one and make a nice room out of it for coin room. I need to look around at some of the other stream. Rick, I have to say, Hunting Southwest Ohio did it. Now, he's a construction guy. I'm not. I'm a throw it on the wall, see if it sticks kind of guy. So, but he's done a really good job. And I love the, I don't know what you really call it, the mural he's got behind with his channel logo, and the way he set it up is awesome. '72. My dad's house that he used to have. Now, really, functionality right now, it sounds, when you think about it, it sounds cool. And if I was 20 years, 30 years younger, it might have really been cool. But he had a small upstairs bedroom with a bath and all that was upstairs, just the one room with a couple of closets, access to a little bit of the attic and the bedroom. And I always thought that would be so cool to have my coin room up there, because I had considered buying that house at some point, but it never would have worked with Allison, and so ended up being something not even in consideration. But I always kind of pictured of having my coin room upstairs in that little bedroom office deal up there. He used to love to go up there and sleep, especially when it rained, because he could hear the rain so good up there. But I finally had to put the kibosh on that with him because he was not getting around good. Matter of fact, he ended up breaking his hip back in June, so in a fall. So it would have been, I was scared to death I was going to go by to check on him one day and find him crumpled up at the bottom of the stairs. 22p. Yep, that sounds good too, Hartford. Sounds good too. It's really nice if you can have a dedicated space. But I mean, look, collect and coin roll hunt on whatever you got available. You know, it's about the enjoyment rather of the hunt rather than the location. But if you got an area you can dedicate to it, that's awesome. That is awesome. But it's more important just to partake than it is to have a super nice area to do it. I found, well, where I worked at Mercedes, they were getting rid of a lot of old furniture and stuff that they had in some of the offices. And so they had this as a huge, I don't know, don't have a tape measure handy, but it's probably at least almost 6 foot wide and 3.5, 4 foot, or 6 foot long and 4.5 foot wide. It's an old teacher's desk. Searched 3 boxes and 17 customer wrap, found 140. Oh, nice. Well, hey, you can't pass up the customer wrap rolls, Ralph, because you never know. I've never had a big score. I think the most I have ever found in customer wrap, I think I found 1140s one time in customer wrap rolls. But you got to always ask. Got to always ask. I tell you what, you know, all Pod's been doing all these dollars hunts and kind of gotten me interested in it again. I've done a few. I've got a pretty good little stack of star notes. There you go, Hartford. I started, and like Shelby and them buddies like me, I started on TV tray. And she's told me that they do that, watching coin shows. And of course, now she don't have time. That was back in the good old days, wasn't it, Shelby, when you could set up the TV tray and hunt coins and not worry about being head moderator in charge. But yeah, do it however you can do it. But I bought I got these for free. I could not drive yeah, when nobody knew your name. I could not drive onto our property, the company. You had to have $1 million liability coverage on your vehicles, like for contractors and things of that sort that were trying to drive on the company property because of all the Mercedes laying around everywhere. And so we were working with some contractors that had an off property site where they stored all of their equipment and things. So I was able to get them to get 2 of these desks and haul them off site, and so I was able to get them that way. And it's a super nice. It's not the prettiest desk. It's not the prettiest desk, but it is very nice for doing this. So, yep, everybody knows Shell Bell now. No longer no longer unknown. Oh, cool. That would be cool. Yeah, y'all are empty nesters now, so you need to get with the program. We turned Jacob's room into guest room, and Hannah's room is now Hannah's room again. And then the mother-in-law room is going to be the coin room. And I don't, foresee a lot of use of having a dining room again, but it would be nice, to have family over and do do dinner here every now and then on holidays or something. There he is. Digging Up James made an appearance. There you go, yep. The Shell Bell and Chicken Man room. Or the John Bryan room. Or the Kevin room. Or the Hunting Southwest Ohio room. Digging Up Dirt with James, my friend. I don't know what in the heck you got going on, but did you miss? Where are your glasses? I still ain't made that out. Kevin has it just spread all over the house. Well, hey, that works too. That works too. I don't know. I mean, you can see what I got going behind me. This is one of Allison's mothers, and even maybe back to grandmother's. I don't really know what you call that kind of cabinet, but it is perfect for displaying my albums and stuff, and they just are pleasing to look at. I know you can't see them real close from there, but I love seeing the albums stacked up there, and so I want to do like Pop has been telling me. Oh yeah, forget about that. Look, hey Jane, I am not. I am the worst. And you know what? Hey, Southeast Stacker, I am not a very good speller. Never have been, and to my discredit, I've never forced myself to get better. And now with spell check and everything, you know, I don't even try to spell it anymore. I try to get close. I just try to get close. And then sometimes on some things, trying to say it even makes it even worse. So anyway, it is what it is. If y'all came here for proper English, you came to the wrong channel. I am what I am, as Popeye used to say. Good to see you, Southeast Stacker. Hope you're doing well. Southeast Stacker does a little bit of collecting and stuff like that on his channel. Y'all check him out. Prepping, I was trying to think of Namaste in the house with Firewalker Magnet membership. Thank you, Namaste. Mike Slides, James Schultz, Dizzy Girlfriend's Coins. Now, I can't say anonymity, and I figured out your name, Dizzy. That's kind of amazing. Pistol Packing Pilot and David G. all gifted membership by Namaste, and Copper Owl, who will be on this afternoon. Do not forget the Owlster. New time, same place, but check him out this afternoon. So that's kind of funny. Thank you, everybody. That I really do appreciate when people put their links in like that and see some reaction from the community. You know, that's awesome. He has some mail call videos and stuff that are pretty short. You could do a quick mail call video, and I hear Angus barking. I want to make sure he doesn't need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right, Hannah's got it well in hand. We had a bunch of company on the carport. I didn't realize that. All right, there's Martin. Behind doors. I'm driving right now. We'll drive safe. Don't text and drive. Copper Al's on the phone, so he can't tag everybody. We are approaching the halfway point in this box. What had William E. said that he don't want him to read. Now I must go back and find it. Maybe it was nothing. Rick, I'm trying, brother. These boxes, you haven't even gotten the NIFC yet. Boxes are being a little contrary. Yep, check out Hunting Southwest Ohio if you haven't. One of the better coin channels going. Working on as always, the sub, but one of the few channels maybe outside of RFT that he can hit 50 likes before his credits quit rolling. Hey, Tom Craig. Him and Paul, they both do pretty well with getting the lights going, but it just never fails. It does every Saturday, every Tuesday. Rick almost, he starts his stream after the credits and immediately goes into 50 likes. So that's always awesome to see. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and change that. All right, this is going to be an empty container, so if you have earbuds or headphones on, it might be a little loud. And done. So if you're just coming in, we're kind of discussing maybe at second week of November, there is a coin show in Tennessee just below Chattanooga that Rick has shown interest in maybe going to. And I also am planning on driving up if we get that finalized. So if you would like to meet up and do a coin show, maybe you've never done a coin show before, would be a good opportunity to get out and experience something like that. I highly recommend doing it. I mean, because you can pick up little things for your collection or albums or whatever. I mean, you can spend as much or as little money as you want in doing that. And it's just fun to look at all the stuff out there. Oh, yeah, I hear you. Are you sold out? Yeah, I did see that, Dad Spare Change. I did see that. He was asking about that. So that would be cool, too. So we will have two big-time coin roll channels and me at the show. So if you would like to, yeah, you should be easily. I was thinking about that too, Namaste, that should be a good one for you. So yeah, that would be great to, and maybe we could start making that a yearly thing, Namaste, Hunting Southwest. That would be awesome. We could start making that a yearly little trip, kind of like the Tulsa event. A lot further to drive, and yeah, I agree, Hunting Southwest Ohio. So me and Rick going to get together on that this week, and we will post an update if we can solidify that, and maybe what hotel we may be staying at, so we can try to get everybody together in one spot, make it easier to have a meal together and do that kind of stuff. So all right, good deal, Copperal. This afternoon, oh, there's our first find for Rick, a 2003 NIFC. 2003 NIFC. Have to get that on the board. That is all that we have found. I mean, all that we have found today is NIFCs. Dad's Spare Change is it. If you look up Tennessee Namaste shows, it's the one below Chattanooga. It's probably not but a couple of hours from you, if I'm remembering your location right. It's 3.5 hour drive for me, so. East Ridge, very close to Chattanooga. Thank you, Dad's Spare Chain. East Ridge, Tennessee, Namaste. East Ridge, Tennessee. You know what we could do is, we'll have a lot of forethought into it if we start looking at it now. We could choose, Eastern Seaboard, Kentucky, Tennessee, the Carolinas, some of that area that would be an equal drive maybe from where I'm at, from where Rick's at, from where Namaste's at, that we could maybe start, doing a once a year little trip. This year we're going to be in Louisville or something like that. I don't know. Just a thought. Something that wouldn't require a huge, been there, done that. Something that would not require a long drive. Me and that thing was actually talking about that also. Trying to get some of the channels like Pa. I would have loved it if Pa had been able to go to Denver. But trying to do that just as a way to meet you guys, because it's awesome to see you in chat each and every week. Can't even put a value for what it does for the channel creators to see the kind of, dedication, if you will, maybe, but participation in the stream that you guys exhibit each and every week. So it would be nice to be able to meet you and in that kind of stuff and put a face with the name. Put a face with. I mean, some of you have channels, so you know we kind of do it that way, but some of you don't. Hey, Annette Esmond. Good to see you. They are working on the outside of the house, so it may get a little bit noisy. Our carport has been neglected for years. And it looks like a grease strike or something on that floor. It has dirt dauber nest everywhere, so they'll scraping those off. He's going to pressure wash everything. We had siding put on the house several years ago, and the carport does not match the siding, so this might be a good time to, on a warm winter's day, yeah, that's right, Shell Bell. You know, we do Tennessee this year. Maybe we move a little bit more north, maybe a 5-hour drive for me and a little less drive for Rick. And maybe, you know, Shell Bell, I know you will probably want to do the, you know, the Tulsa show, and or at least, you know, be able to go out to Paws again at some point as part of a trip for you guys. But maybe we could get it close enough up there that y'all could add that little trip to the coin show on a train. Well, you could do it that way. There's really not a whole lot of limit for the baggage, you know. If you could arrange to get a box in every town. A box in every town. There's not a lot of room to do a show in a roomette anyway. I'll tell you that. Those have watched my streams, my lives on some of that. I need to go back and retitle those. Maybe they get a little bit more recognition for being something other than coin hunting. But there's not a lot of room in those little roomettes to do anything but read and maybe eat a bite. There's a little kind of like a train. You pull up and fold down a little table. But, because I thought about throwing some rolls of pennies in, but no scope, nothing to be able to really check things out, so didn't do it. Glad I didn't. I didn't need the extra stuff to keep up with for sure. Walker Travels. Yeah, I wasn't really gonna, yeah, it was kind of, I did that on one. I did retitle one kind of like, so it would probably be along the same theme of whatever that one was. Rick, man, I'm trying. I know we're a little over halfway through the box, and you're not even getting the benefits of the NIFCs that we found earlier. I really wanted to be able to, I mean, it was always in my mind to, you know, doing these boxes for Pa was that, you know, I would love to donate, you know, some good silver boxes for all the donators. Any donator, let me rephrase that, even my regular donators that I appreciate so much, but also for as part of this package that Pa put together and asked us to participate in. I would love to have found some good goodies for you guys. We still got 2 to go. Kevin's got a box next week for his donation. And then we got a fit base man in somewhere. Next weekend may be a 3-box hunt. Or maybe a Friday night hunt. Yep, there you go. See, namaste. It's about 3.5 from me. So yeah, you should. I hope you will consider that, namaste. Because I would love to shake your hand, my friend. Would love to get a chance to meet you. I've been almost totally focusing on coinage for my auctions and things. So if they're interested in, if I can get, the prices right, start adding a little bit of bills and notes to my auction goodies. So I may try to start doing some of that. Again, I am a very newbie to currency, so that will be a slow process, but do not be surprised if you see a note or two come up in some of the auctions in the future. I've got, if we go twice, if I go to the Tennessee show and then turn around and go to Gadsden later next month, I will have 2 opportunities to add some stuff to the thing. I'm trying to refine how I do that. Like the last big, amount that I bought a bunch of stuff that, I could have done better in quality and less in quantity, I think. And so I'm trying to, it's a learning process. I'm new to doing this kind of stuff. And so I don't consider myself to be a coin expert nor a sales expert. So I'm kind of learning as I go. Sometimes I make a little money when I buy something. Sometimes I lose a little money. Sometimes I lose a lot of money. Sometimes I make a lot of money. Kind of like coinage, and the mint was telling me. I did go to the Denver Mint, and they said that even the zinc penny, so I guess everybody knows with copper being where it at, that a copper penny is worth 3 cents. Because of copper, maybe a little over 3 cents. But they said that it's actually taking them 3 cents to make a zinc penny, that process. So that was interesting to know. Then it takes them 11 cents to make a nickel. So they're losing 2 cents on a penny and 6 cents on a nickel. But then it takes them 4 cents to make a dime, and I think 10 or 11 cents to make a quarter. So I guess in the long run, it's kind of a wash as far as what it costs to make coins. That was an interesting tidbit that I did learn from there. And I went to where the Denver Mint sits now. They had the history of that area, and the old original Mint building was demolished, I think, in 1907. And somebody, of course, the process wasn't really clean and everything to do the coins back in the day. So they I guess was a lot of waste, and somebody had the forethought, because they kind of just destroyed the building and then removed it all and built the new building there. But some guy had the forethought. He bought all of the dirt of the building site. Once the debris was removed, he bought all the dirt that was under the building site, and then he panned it for gold. I thought that was interesting also. Yeah, I agree. And but if you got a nice quality and it doesn't sell, you still got nice quality. If you've got poor quality and it doesn't sell, then you got poor quality. I would rather have a nice coin or bill that is maybe a little overpriced, and then I could put it into buy it now at this price if somebody maybe they're interested in something like that. Oh, and by the way, I need to remove that. All of the buy it nows that I have for the CC Morgans, they are gone. So I need to redo that. That's a little coin spillage. Well, and so that's what I thought that, you know, like I did on those CCs, I could list them at the price I'm willing to take for it. Good deal. Thank you, NetTheme. NetTheme picked up 2 of them, and I kept one with my new forethought of how to fix my album so that it signifies I have a slabbed coin for that year. So I'm going to keep the 82cc, and NetTheme picked up the other 2 for his collection. So those are gone. I need to update that. I need there, Michael Erickson. Oh, there he is. Are the ball games over? Y'all must have got an early start. $71D. There you go. I appreciate you, Michael. I appreciate you. I will. I hope that forethought and is valid, and we knock some silver out, because this is the second week, and we went 4 boxes without silver, both tight. We didn't find silver in the. Oh, nice. What you want to give us a little taste of what year? What year it might be, so that I can start cashing in my copper pennies or something, and if I need that for the book. Might make a quick run to the Coinstar and cash in a couple £100 of copper pennies. Man, what a dud of a box. All right, Copperell. I have to say I was somewhat leery of American Airlines. I don't fly very often, and that was the flight that I chose, and it ended up being delayed for a mechanical issue in Denver, which made me miss my flight for Dallas. They put me on standby for another plane that luckily I was able to get, but I checked one of my bags because the flight from Denver was packed, and they were asking for volunteers to do that, so I did. Well, then I got worried, since I had a standby flight. If I made the standby flight, would my bag make it to Birmingham? And but it did. I went to the carousel, and here it came down the aisle, so that was good. I was impressed that even with a flight that I maybe get on, they didn't know that. I have another flight booked for later that evening, but so they didn't know that I was going to make the standby flight, and I did, and my bag did too, so I was very happy with that. Very happy with that. There wasn't really nothing crazy in my bag that I could have done without, except for my boots. I had an expensive pair of boots in there. But yeah, but Michael, Well, now, you know, if your only concern is getting from point A to B, I can see where high-speed rails would be a benefit. But the whole point of the train is to enjoy the journey, you know, and see the sights and what have you. Unless you do like me and plan your Denver trip in the dark. So anyway, we'll get on by that. But yeah, you know, to see the scenery as you travel along. So to me, high-speed trains are not appealing at all. Apologize for the noise. I got they're pressure washing the house. A friend of Hannah's is buying a little car that we have, and she gave him a really good price that I told her. So in appreciation for that, we're getting our house pressure washed by him. So, well, yeah, maybe, kinda. I did learn some lessons, so I did learn some lessons, I will say that. Wow. All of those are bicentennials. 8 bicentennials in a row. No, we're making the pressure wash noise. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, if you were a business traveler, but I read an article about one guy that he had, I don't know, like a round trip, he had like a 3 or 4 hour commute. Oh, he was a professor at a university outside of New York, and he was not willing to leave New York, and so he commuted 2 hours or 4 hours or something like that each day, back and forth to his area where he was teaching at, and he loved it. He said he wouldn't trade it for nothing. I don't know. Now look, I live in a fairly small town in Alabama, so my cost of living is not very, very expensive down here. I don't see how people make it. I don't see how you guys, Michael Erickson and Shellbell, and those that live in New York. I know Shellbell does not live in New York City, but some of these people do. Brown Sugar, I think, lives up that way. I think Michael Erickson lives in that neighborhood. Man, I don't see how you guys make it up there. The way things cost, you know, just a small apartment, or there's another. You are on the road now, Hunting Southwest Ohio. You may have that and look at him go. Look at him go. We have a 81 proof and 2 NIFCs. All right, Martin Bowen. An 81 proof, not bad, not in bad shape. Let me get a flip for that. 81 proof and your second NIFC on the board. I always like finding proof. This one got a little discoloration at the top, but overall not in bad shape. Today is the 19th. Nice. So we got 2 NIFCs now. Need to update the board. I think I owe it 1 for the NIFCs. And we need to add a proof. And done. So we do have a little option to go at the end. Oh, number. There you go, Rick. Rick is on fire. 3 NIFCs. Trying to contain his excitement, I am sure. Welcome back, Martin. I'm glad you made it back home so you can safely enjoy the stream. $72D. Rick, are you sold out for tonight? Yeah, I bet he is too, Michael Erickson. Trying to contain the excitement here. And another NIFC, another backflip from Hunting, Southwest Ohio. Oh, nice. My father-in-law had bought a set of entry doors for his house in Huntsville. This was many years ago. And I remember them because they sat in his carport in his for years and years and never got installed. And he developed brain cancer. One box available. I will take it, and we'll do the same arrangement as last time if you want. But he developed very, very aggressive brain cancer, and they had a friend that was into real estate and what have you, that had a guy that did his handiwork around their houses as they bought them. And, like putting windows in, doors and stuff like that. And he sent that guy over there and they installed those doors. And he, hold on just a second. He had to have, I can't remember the name of the cancer. Y'all will probably know it. But it's a very, very aggressive, no cure at all for that type. And like the mass was doubling in size, every every little while. So, but anyway, he had to have brain surgery to debulk because of the rapid growth. And it caused him to lose his ability to communicate, things like that. But that guy put those doors in, and we wheeled my father-in-law in there. I never forget. As a matter of fact, I've got a picture somewhere of my daughter, I think, Hannah, sitting on his lap. And but the look on his face when he saw that beautiful entryway was priceless. 75 likes. Well, that's worth something. It's worth a quarter and a war nickel. All right, I got it going. Thank you, Chris. We got that going. 3 minutes to get in on that. Yep, choo-choo train's coming again. Or the pressure washer, or whatever you want to call it. 74D with the Black Magic Marker Man. I don't know. I hope it's in Ohio. I hope it is in Ohio, Martin. Because I'm running out of options here. Second week in a row. This will be the 6th skunk box in a row, unless we find some 5-roll magic here shortly. It happened before. It would not be the first time.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this.
2 minutes, 14 seconds to get in on the giveaway. Hey, with silver where it is now, that quarter, that's almost a $6 quarter probably. $6 quarter. I've got one headed you. So that's another good thing about waiting on to ship like I did this time. If I have any repeat winners and fortures in, I will be able to combine some shipping there. That's always a good thing. $72D. So had anybody ever paid anybody to pressure wash their house before? And if so, how much does that generally run? Yeah, I know. Yeah, bless his heart. That's one good thing about getting the flat boxes is you can get an idea of their circulation before you open them. Well, I've been here 20-something years, and it's getting its first washing, Jim. I have to say, I admire people that have the I don't know, I lack motivation. I don't know what to do about it. I try. I get on a spree there of being industrious and getting things done, and then I hit spots where I just can't find the motivation to get anything done. I so admire all the, like Rick is one that always seems he's got doing drywall for his daughter and all that. I admire people that have that kind of drive to get stuff done. I can't find it. I've looked for it, and occasionally it'll show its head for a day or two, and then it's gone again. I just never have, and I don't know how to characterize that, but I don't picture myself as being lazy. I've worked hard at my job all my life, but when it comes time to, coming home and getting stuff done, I falter. So it's what it is. Okay, thank you, Jim. Well, I'm looking at this. We gave, or my daughter, I think, gave the guy a good deal on that little car that we had, and it's not in the greatest of shape. It's not worth much more than what he's probably paying for it. But I thought maybe seeing if Hannah would be willing to take another couple $100 off, because this house outside was in tough shape. So It's not a quick little squirt it with some water and walk away. Walk away. Here I am. I keep gabbing. Kevin, do you want in on the giveaway? I'm going to resume it just for a second. Let Kevin get in on the giveaway. And then I'm going to shut it back off. I'm kind of in the zone. And, yep, good luck. Kevin, do you want to jump in? Yep, thank you, Chicken Man. My mind was off in Denver or something. All right, so we got a few more coming in there. Now we got 40 in on the giveaway. I'm going to close it again, and then we are going to pick. We got 41. You made it in, Captain Vic. And here we go. Let me change the screen. The winner for 75 light will be Chris Helms. Chris Helms is in the 75 light winner category. So congratulations, Chris. And there we go. Done and done. Let's complete that and then get back to the last two rows. We are on the next to the last row. I mean, this box has been well circulated. There has not been many new coins in this box at all. There was still a fair amount in the previous box, but man, like that one only had one out of the whole row. So if we got circulation, we just need the silver back. We just need the silver back. Hey, Coin Silver. All right, well, travel safe, my friend. Travel safe. Last row for Hunting Southwest Ohio. Rick, thanks again for your help with the auction. That was super of you to step up with the bidding on that. And that all went to a very good cause. And now we are on the last row. I did not see anything silvery in the first examination. But we will get you a dime for the NIFCs. If you are good with that, we will get you 2 90s of your choice for the skunker. And unless we find a 90 in these next few coins. So if you would like to pick 2 of any of the 90 percenters, you may do that. If you would like a barber, I've got some barbers. I will do 1 barber in place of the 90s if you would like that. So that is up to you. We will do that until they run out. Do a Rosie. I've been hitting my merch hard. Vinyl siding, Artie Mike I've had, and I don't know, it's been quite a while since I had it put on. It was awful dirty. Can't imagine how the house is going to look once it gets done. So I'm keeping that one to check with the album. So, all right, I'm going to go to the restroom and wash up, and I'm going to get me a Mountain Dew, and then we are going to slide on into the auction. So if you have not refreshed in a while, you may want to do that. If you are interested in bidding, we will have those items up for consideration in just a minute. It is 12:48. We are finished in fine fashion. Of course, when you're not finding a lot, it doesn't take long to get through a box. So, yeah, it comes and goes. You know, I've seen some big boxes that people have shared on YouTube, but we have not. I think going through all my finds, let's see here, before I go to the bathroom. The best box we had this year for 90s was, we had 3 boxes where we found 6 90s. The best total silver in one box is going to be back in June. We found 16 40s and 6 90s. That's all for my whole year. So, I mean, if you look at the totals up there, which Shell Bell done them too, so we kind of, and I may switch to her numbers and update that, but, you know, we've done 64 boxes, so we found 113 total silver. So we're on average we're doing more than one a box. So but anyway, I'll be right back. All right. I am back. We are in auction mode. So, if you have not refreshed, now would be a good time. We have six items up for consideration. We will show those one at a time there. Chicken Man Dan usually calls the auction for me. I appreciate that. And I will scope everything if you would like. Add one. Oh, well, thank you. Dime and walkers. So I will owe you a walker. And very generous of you there, Rick. We will have a walker for the EOS. We're going to add that to EOS 1. So we will have a nice little EOS package there for sure. And we need to add one walker to your little goodie bag. So thank you, Rick. I appreciate it, my friend. I appreciate it. So got that done. Dime, I already put your dime in there for the NIFCs. Welcome back. Thank you, Elizabeth. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry about that. We're back now. We're totally back. So we got B&K coins at 8. Michael Erickson started us off with 5. Actually, 2, 4, 5, 6. Now Michael at 7. We have B&K at 8. Michael Erickson at 10. B&K at 12. B&K is at $12. All right, we are back now fully. We have Michael Erickson is in at 15. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, B&K. B&K coin at 17 for a Type 1 Buffalo. Type 2 is the harder one to find of the two, but Type 1 don't come around every day either. So we have 18 for Michael Erickson. Michael Erickson is now at 18. B&K in at 20. Thank you, B&K. Thank you, Michael Erickson. B&K at 20. B&K has the bid at 20. For the Michael Erickson is out. So B&K, you have the bid at 20. So we can start counting that one down. Chicken Man, B&K at 20. Thank you both for your bids. A nice little old buffalo there. Nice little buffalo. I will, let's see, I'll put that in a flip before I ship it. Although, if I don't put it in a flip, I could probably get it in a stamp mail. I don't think the envelope will hurt its condition any. So thank you so much, B&K. Thank you, Michael Erickson. And that will be sold to B&K Coins. And you won a giveaway. So that's even better. We can combine that. Always good to combine. Well, I had that there. I don't know why I'm doing another one. Thank you, B&K. I got you put together there. So thank you, good sir. B&K, $20. Thank you very much. Next up, number 2 is going to be a 1946 Walking Liberty in pretty good shape. I'm going to say XF to AU. Possible, maybe even a low mint state. I will leave you to decide that. But it is a beautiful walker. Give me there. We got to get back, close the scope so that I can give you put your sunglasses on. A little bit of a nice walker there. So this is a 46P. It is, the later date, so it's not has the rarity of of some of the early walkers, but still, hey, Nettie Susan, still a nice one for sure. So there is the up close and personal view. Starting bid is $20 if there is any interest. Starting bid is $20. Oops, meant to go to the other. There we go. Hunting Southwest Ohio is in at 20. Now, I will, in all transparency, there is a slight rim ding right there. That is the only real mar that I have found on the coin. And there is the reverse. I tell you what, on these nice walkers, you cannot find another coin on the face of the earth. It is a P, 46P. With as fine a reverse design than the Walking Liberty. Just my opinion. Michael Erickson's at 21. Hunting Southwest Ohio is at 22. But just the graphic design for that eagle on the back, to me, is just what makes this coin so special. One of the commemorative that I bought at the last show had a beautiful eagle design on the back. So we have Hunting Southwest at 22. Hunting Southwest at 22. It is a Philly mint. Going once. Merc dimes are pretty, but look at that. Come on now, Fleabag. I mean, you can say that the Merc dime has a better reverse than the Walker. Michael Erickson's at 23. Michael Erickson is at 23. So, but everybody to their own opinion. I am a little partial. You're right, Martin Bowen. You are right. We have Thomas tripped on a nickel, jumps in at 25. Thomas tripped on a nickel, jumps in at 25. Thank you, Thomas. Sorry to have woke you up there. I agree, Fleabag. I wasn't dissing your coin of choice. To each their own opinion, and Martin is right. I'm slightly biased toward the Walking Liberties. Mainly because, I mean, you guys, I know I don't mean to project myself as like Hartford Junction been collecting for 50 years. I'm not that guy. You know, I've always liked to find old stuff and what have you, but I've not really been seriously collecting as long as some of these other gentlemen and ladies in the chat have been. So, yeah, not the Merc magnet, but so, you know, I never want to project myself as being a coin expert, but I just fell in love. I'd never seen a Walking Liberty until I got into the box hunts with Paul Spare Time. And I bought a box, and we found walkers, and then we found walkers again, and all of a sudden, you know, Paul Spare Time says, I think my YouTube handle at the time. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna put that in a flip to protect it. I had it in a flip, and I took it out so that I could show it better. He said, I think my YouTube name was Mike C at that time. And he said, man, you ought to change your name to Walker Magnet. And so the legend was born. All right, got that in a flip for you. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that. I think you did pretty good. Gray sheet is just a little bit more than that. and that's for the wholesale price for PCGS or NGC graded walkers. So I think you did. I think you did pretty good on that. So going on to the next. The next is a commemorative dollar coin. The next is I got it right here. I keep her in the protective box. Because there's some little bits and bobs on it that I'm afraid would get knocked off if I did not protect it. Eventually, I'm going to have I'm going to have some shelving behind me, especially if I relocate the coin room, so that I can put things on that. I was telling Chuck or Paul Spare Time about my gold coins that I bought, and he said, "Man, you need a display for that." And so that kind of got me thinking about changing my location so that I could put some some little shelves up to put that like he does on his coinage. So he's got a lot of that stuff in his little room. So all right, so next up is a 1987 S. It is the proof. It is one of the United States Constitution coins. It is has the full box, all in really good shape, and the COA also included. What did I start this at? $35 if there's interest. $35 if there's interest. There is the COA. This is a 90% silver coin. It is not a. Like a ASE. So there is the COA 1987 silver dollar. And that's why I put it on there that way, Shell Bell, initially. There was a little confusion as to what it actually was. So we'll come in this display box, which I can pull out here. And then here is the coin. And then I will pull it out and try to show it under the scope. Being in an airtight, this is the proof S Mint. There is the obverse, if there's any interest, at $35. And there is the coin, $1, United States of America. And there is the, I guess this is the the reverse. 1787 to 1987. Michael Erickson is at 35. Michael Erickson is at 35. Thank you, Michael. Let's go to the big scope. Whew. See if I can get a little more. I am out as just about as far as I can go. The good thing about this little scope, it has a lot of adjustment. So there is the beauty. 90% silver. Had some paperwork here that kind of told about the coin. Patricia L. Varani was born in 1927, Plandome, Long Island, New York. This is the designer of the coin, the artist for the coin. The coin itself, the undersigned hereby certified this coin is genuine. The historic collectible was produced by the United States Mint. It is a San Francisco mint, 90% silver with the remainder copper. We have Martin Bowen at 36. Thank you, Martin. So it's a beautiful coin. It is a collector's type coin, but it is not a round. It is a genuine United States $1 coin. It is a commemorative, but I guess you could walk in the bank and get $1 for this. I would not advise you to do that. Not advise you to do that. So we have Martin. Let's count her down at 36. Martin Bowen at 36. I am going to put everything back in the container, but it is a beautiful coin. There's the S Mint. Michael Erickson at 37. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael and Martin. Oops. Michael Erickson, Martin Bowen at 38. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Michael. I guess if we still have interest, I will continue to display. Well, hey, namaste. I know I've told the story before, but I had one of the tellers come to me at the credit union. A woman turned in 30 ASEs for $1 a piece. 30 ASEs for $1 a piece. Martin going once at 38. We are at 38 to Martin Bowens. And Martin, if you are okay, I will probably hold this until yours and William's, you and William have a hunt coming up if you should win the bid. We're all in fair warning to Martin Bowen at 38. All in fair warning to Martin Bowen at 38. All right, good deal. Thank you, Martin. I appreciate it. I think it's a beautiful coin. I thank you for showing interest, you and Michael Erickson both. I appreciate that. Get all of this put back together. Now I think we're into the Morgans. I think I got 3 Morgans for consideration. If anybody is looking for dates for their albums and whatnot. They're in varying grades, so thank you, William E. All right, I will do that. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, sir. So I have 3 Morgans that we're going to do now. First up is the 1896 Philadelphia Minted Morgan. Let me go to the other screen. Starting bid for this is $50. It's in pretty good shape. There is the coin. If there is interest, $18.96 Morgan. Get it under the scope. And there she is in all her glory. Great detail, hardly any wear at all on the coin. That's why I got it as an AU. I don't know, the field looked pretty clean. It's possible you could have a low mint state in this, but there she is if there is interest. If there is interest. All right, Art Hartford Junction, take care, my friend. Take care. First of the Morgans. 1896. There were 9.976 million of these minted. 9.976. All right, I'm not seeing any action for this, Chicken Man. We can start counting it down. I'm always glad to add to the stack. Add 1 row of the 2009 pennies. Do you want the early years or the formative years, B&K? Early years or the formative years? Early years or the formative years? Let me know. I've got both. They are deminted, unfortunately. Starting bid for that was $50, Martin. Starting bid on that was $50. Oh, I see 1 each now. Okay, I got you. I will do that. Let me make a note here. I will do that. Thank you, B&K. All right, next up we have an 1889. I'm thinking XF. Thank you, Dad Spare Change. I will update the description soon. So next up, starting bid for this will be $30. 20 million or something. This was a high mintage coin, so it got a little bit of wear, but it got pretty good detail still. So I gave this a XF grade, and the way I do that, because I am no coin grader, but I try to use the photo grade to get an idea about where it should fall. So I have this as a XF 1889. It is a Philly minted coin. Got a nice reverse. It still got a little bit of luster to it. Have Netfiend in the house at 30. Netfiend is in the door at 30. Thank you, Netfiend. So 1889 Morgan. 1889 Morgan. This will be lot number 5. So got one lot to go and we will be done. $18.89 Morgan XL. Please understand that when I do put a grade, it is in the broadest term of an estimate. Broadest term of an estimate. Netfiend, you have the bid at 30. So I appreciate you, my friend. Netfiend, you have the bid at 30. With no other action, we can start counting it down. Oop, Shellbell at 31. Hunting Southwest Ohio at 31. William E. at 31. Shellbell has the bid at 31, though. She was fastest on the trigger. Hunting Southwest Ohio now at 33. Hunting Southwest at 33. Hunting Southwest Ohio at 33. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate you. Thank you, Shellbell and William and Netfiend. All bids are welcome. Hunting Southwest has the bid at 33. Hunting Southwest has the bid at 33. I appreciate everybody being in today. We've had a really good stream. We tipped the scales at 50 viewers at times. We're marching through the likes, so that's always good. So Michael Erickson come in back at 34. William E. is at 35. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Hunting Southwest Ohio at 36. 1889 Morgan. It is one of the higher mintages for the Morgans, but still got some pretty good detail to her. Pretty good detail. The next one is a low mintage, so we are back to the $50 starting bid for it. Hunting Southwest Ohio, though, is in the hunt for this one at 36. Hunting South at 36. Hunting Southwest Ohio at 36. Going once to Hunting Southwest Ohio at 36. Two times to Hunting Southwest Ohio at 36. William E. back at 37. William E. 37. And we start the journey again. William E. is at 37. William E. is at 37. William E. at 37. Thank you, William. Appreciate all of the bidders in the auction and on this lot. We have one more Morgan to go, and we will call today. We got about 40 minutes till Copper Owl gets going. Appreciate all the super chats and super stickers today. Memberships also. Namaste. Thank you very much. So we have William going once. Hunting Southwest Ohio is out to William E. So William E, you have the bid going twice at 37, going twice to 37 for William E. All in fair warning, William E has the bid at 37. And sold William E. Thank you, William. Thank you, William. Oh, thank you, Jim Cantor. I will look into that. Thank you very much. Me and Jim are working with some things. I think you said earlier you were good with holding also, William, so I will get that to you after you and Martin have another epic box battle. That will be coming up on November the 2nd. Thank you, sir. I will do that. That always helps, and I appreciate the consideration when you guys do that. I know Rick always fine with holding things, but I appreciate the rest of you that also take that into consideration. So this next one, look, I'm saying VG for the grade. I'm going to show it to you under the camera, and then I will come back. But this is a 2 million... 2.284, so just a little bit over 2 million mintage for this. So in my book, that's a lower mintage Morgan 1901S. This is a 1901S, and I'm got the grade at about a VG 10, somewhere in the VG neighborhood. Still got some nice detail on it. Hey Tasman, I'm starting to bid at 50 if there's interest in that. If you need that for a book, there's the coin. Get it under the big scope. It may seem a little high, but I think for lower mintage that we're in a decent price there. If you need that, yes, I can certainly do that. I can always get closer, but I can only get so far away. Only get so far away. Is that sufficient to you, sir? I did. I made a note on your envelope, B&K. I will get you a row of each of those 2009 cents. You're welcome. You are welcome. William E. and 5 rosies. Okay, and you're talking about my uncirculated rosies, right? The 46. I'm sure that's what you're talking about. Your add-on. So I have these rosies that I bought that are totally uncirculated. We can go ahead and pull that one. Chicken Man, I don't see any interest in it. So as an add-on, I have these rosies. I did have one graded in an upper mint state. So William would like 4 of those. I'm going to flip some of those up for him. First, I'm going to make a note on his flip for that. So thank you, William. I will get that. Lot 6 pulled, but I do have these dimes as add-ons. I think I had them at $4 a piece. I did grade one in an upper mint state. I can't remember exactly what the grade was, but it did come back with full torch and a very nice grade. So 4 of the 46 dimes added to your. Thank you, William. I will get them to you. I will flip them up and protect them good for you, and we will get those done too. So thank you for that. And with that said, that leaves us with just the EOSs. So EOS 1 is going to be a little special because our good friend Hunting Southwest Ohio added a walker to that. So whoever wins the EOS 1 is getting a little bit extra there. So I appreciate everybody being here today. I'm going to we're going to pull these. Yeah, it was fun, Dart Scoy. Thank you for watching some of those. I'm not very good at on the road type of videos. I have really. Oh, you got it. Okay, Jim. What was the grade on that? You remember? So I really enjoyed it. Hey, Fleabag has hit the slots. So the stream is complete. We didn't find any silver, but Fleabag hit the slot. So we're in good shape. So but on I was not happy with how I handled the show. I'm gonna go ahead and get the giveaway started here. I was not happy with the way I handled the show. I am going to do 3 minutes on this because we do have a little extra. And we're going to pull both names out of it. I want to give everybody a chance to get in. So the giveaway is started. So, because I go to shows to buy mostly. And so I will take some time, I think. 64. Thank you, Jim Cantor. I think I will take some time to do an hour of preview of the show, what they have, and walk around and chit-chat with people. And then after that, I will attend to my business. I was trying to juggle the stream and do some things, and that did not work out at all. And so kind of learn as you go on some of that stuff. Learn as you go. So I appreciate everybody being here today. It was fun. So I am doing a giveaway for 100 likes where I add a coin for every stream that we hit. So if we don't hit the hundreds mark, then I'm going to start over again, adding to the same envelope. Thank you, William E. So I'm going to add another war nickel to this after the stream ends, and we will start over again with the consecutive streams of 100 likes. So that will just get a little bigger as we don't hit it. So could be fun down the road. All right, so 1 minute and 37 seconds. 1 minute and 37 seconds. I took a peek out in the carport, and wow, this guy is doing a phenomenal job on the pressure washing. I can't wait to get out there and tell him. So we're doing good. Thanks everybody for being in. Again, Cassie Hall, how are you doing? We will hopefully see you around the other streams. Next show, you need a dedicated person. Well, that could be too. Maybe Hannah would like a road trip. She's off on Fridays, so that could work out. She wants to take a road trip. Good to see you too, Cassie. Thank you. Oh, you would volunteer for that. All right, cool. May have to do that. I don't know if I want everybody to see how bad I am at buying them. Oh, I do sometimes haggle a little bit. I always try to get at least a few dollars off whatever the offer is, but I'm not a hardcore haggler. That's why I hate to buy cars. I like to go to places where they got a set price, and if I agree to that, then that's fine, and I don't have to worry about trying to get them down to the last penny. All right, I'm going to change screens. We're getting to the end. 3 seconds to go. We're going to pick. We got 39 people in, so good turnout for that, and we are going to call it there. And so our first winner of the Walker and the 40 is going to be Brown Sugar. Brown Sugar, you have had a pretty good run of late. I think that's the second that you might have won of late. So good thing there. And then next up will be JC Like Pam. Now that one, it has been a while since JC won one. And Jim Thompson also donated the 40s that we are using for the EOSs. So again, I appreciate that, Jim. And that's going to complete the stream today. So lackluster boxes for sure. I appreciate everybody hanging in there with the stream today. I think we had good energy today. I appreciate everybody being here, and one day, hopefully, the boxes will get around to being a little more exciting. We had this will be the 6th box that we've had with no silver at all in there. We can do that, Tom. Hannah's going to become part of the stream every now and then going forward. So it won't be every Saturday, but she is interested in being a part of it a little bit. And also my goddaughter, Carly, also showed a little interest. So we could have some guest people on, and maybe you can pick who you want to hunt the box. Hannah could hunt the box for you. I could check for the errors and varieties. So we can do something fun like that. Again, well, she might be. She usually watches on her phone, and it's hard to moderate on the phone. So I think she's happy where she's at now. Oh, yeah, that would be tough. Now, see, there was never any doubt with Alley Cat, Shellbell. You know, when me and her did our couple of box hunt, there was never any doubt who would pull him for who. But anyway, so anyway, thanks everybody for being in today. It's been fun. I hope to see you at Copper Owls. I will drop in for a little bit there. I got a ball game to attend to here in a little bit. And then I will for sure be on Hunting Southwest Ohio tonight. Both super channel creators. They do a good job with their channels, and I hope to see you guys there. So y'all take care. Be safe. God bless all of you. We love you here. And we'll see you next time.